Coast to coast, right across Canada, it is Corey Kim, and I'm so excited for you. You get a chance to get really close and personal with Mika. What a treat. Did you have as much fun making this as people are going to have listening to the CD?
Yeah, I call it spaghetti throwing. I mean, the one thing I'm really rigid about is writing songs, but then when it comes to recording them, it's all about just going as mental as you possibly can. I knew that no one else in the world was doing what I was doing when I had 16 people sitting in a room with cutlery in their hands recording the percussion track for Lollipop.
And it's contained craziness, though. Every sound has a purpose. You know, it's not filler.
Everything has a reason.
Yeah.
It's actually quite empty sounding a lot of the time, but everything has a space to kind of breathe. That's really important.
Was there any point where you're going, okay, maybe it is a little too crazy, I'm going a little nuts, or the crazier the better the whole time?
I suppose because everything had a purpose, it never felt like I was going out of control. I hate that, though. I hate that. I hate when people say, "You're out of control, man." I hate that. It makes me want to hit them.
Where would you hit them? I mean,
when
if you could go one shot, I mean,
where would I hit them?
Yeah, you got one shot.
Right in the balls. Can I say that on your radio?
Absolutely. The way you said it, because it kind of said bulls, so people don't know if you said balls or not. So, I mean, you're allowed to get away with whatever you want. Let's talk about Grace Kelly, your hit single that is so fun. How'd this one come?
I wrote Grace Kelly when I was working with a music company in the UK, and they had heard my demos and had gotten very excited, so they called me in for a meeting. I got my new pair of white shoes, you know, pressed ironed my t-shirt, and then I walked into this meeting and I sat there and they told me how they thought I was great, but if they were ever going to work with me, I had to change and write normal songs about normal things. And it was basically people saying to me, if you change, we'll support you. I wrote Grace Kelly. I just wrote it as a remedy to myself and as a big middle finger up song to that company, and I typed out the lyrics and I sent it to them, and when they read them, they decided never to call me back. And you know what? I never expected them to call me back because I knew what I was doing. I'm the one giggling.
Mika in studio, and you began singing at a very young age.
Yes.
Your Russian singing teacher.
Allah.
I thought you'd block her name on your memory because
no, she's a genius.
She was a bull breaker on you, wasn't she?
Yeah, bull breaker. She was. Yeah, she used to scream at me in Russian and slap my wrists and... But amazing. I was trained like she had been trained in Moscow, you know, almost like an athlete. My lessons were 2 hours long. I had them twice a week, and then I had to practice every single day for like a couple hours. It wasn't easy.
You phoned British Airways, I believe, and you're trying to get a ticket. And then as they put you on hold, you're hearing yourself?
I'm hearing my own voice.
What were you doing?
I was singing I got a lot of jobs. I mean, I started learning how to sing properly at the age of 11, and within a couple months I got my first gig, which was in opera, in a Strauss opera. I did it because I just wanted the studio time. I wanted experience, and it got me out of school, which was, of course, important. But, yeah, I called up British Airways, waiting in line for about 10 minutes to get a ticket, and hearing myself, it's like, ugh.
So were you thinking maybe a new career at that point? Or were you like, no, I'm doing the right thing?
Oh, no, I'm doing the right thing. I'm doing the right thing, and thank God I'm not actually singing words. Like, it was just, kind of, stuff.
Did you get the chance
But you know, I also heard it when I was on my way to New York, and I was, you know, about 15 years old, sitting at the back in coach of British Airways, and the stuff that I had sung pops out through those cheesy speakers as we're waiting to take off, and I'm sitting there thinking, one day it won't be this, and I'll be sitting at the front of the plane.
Well, you can be a pilot then, or first class, whatever. One of the two. I'm going to go
pilot. Go with the pilot. Big time.
Mika, thank you so much for being on the Sound Lounge. What a treat. True pleasure and amazing talent. You got to get the CD, and I'm not just saying that. You have to get the CD, Life in Cartoon Motion, and as soon as you put it on to the very end, you're going to feel damn good. Thank you for your time.